into Bigfoot Squad. Day to go squad.
In today's video, we're going to take a look at Oscar's Wild Ride.
Brand new prize.
So sit back, relax, and don't drop the ball. Hello, welcome to the show, and today we're going to take a look at Oscar's Wild Ride. This is a gumball machine that came out in the 90s. It's this crazy, interactive, goofy, silly ball game that apparently is not working. So basically, the ball goes through all this crazy stuff, and then you get a gumball at the end. It was made by a company. Let's wait for Oscar to shut his mouth. Jeez Louise. It's awfully loud.
Way cool. One more time.
It was made by a company called QLT. They were out of Florida. I'm pretty sure they're no longer with us. But as you can see, we got this thing pretty far apart. At the top, there's a big gumball thing where all the gumballs go. And then at the base, you know, there's the little action where the ball goes through its roller coasters and different obstacles and stuff. And at the end, this will be all filled with gumballs up here. And at the end of the day, it'll dispense a gumball after it does its little show. I actually have two versions of this. I have an older version where the gumball that goes around the whole thing is the one that you eat. And that became problematic, so later they changed it so that the gumball that you actually paid for, it just goes down a tube. That way it has less malfunctions. So, but what we're doing today is we're working on the cabinet and working on getting the sides ready for some graphics. And then we'll take a look at the graphics in a few minutes. But I've got one side pretty much ready. I got to peel a few more stickers off, but there was a sticker on the side that was about like right there. Because of the age of this thing, yeah, let me grab that sticker. Because of the age of this thing, the sticker just looks horrible. So what we're doing is we're going to rewrap this whole machine. It's going to look awesome. I've done it before, but I've decided to do a video this time so you guys can see, you know, how it looks. There's a little bit of a difference with this one versus the other one we have. The older version has the coin back on the other side. It doesn't have the interactivity with the basketball hoop. There was some busted wood here, and I'm actually Gorilla Gluing this. You know, it doesn't look good now, but it's all going to get wrapped over, so we're going to make it smooth, and once the sticker goes over it, you won't see it. So I'll take a look at that. Let's take a look at the original art. This is what the original art looked like. It's pretty cool. So you can get an idea of, you know, it has this little circular gumball guy, and see, it has the wheel in the background, like a Ferris wheel. The older version will actually have a Ferris wheel in the back. This one does not. We actually have another video listed with Oscar's Wild Ride. And if you look at that one, that is the older version. So basically what I've been doing is scraping and scraping and scraping. One other thing I've done already is I added an LED light up here. You can see up there. That gives the whole playfield a lot more light. It doesn't really notice it now because we have the filming lights on and stuff, but when it's on location, it does make a difference. So other than that, it's this one has got a different circuit board. They have, both the versions have different circuit boards. is obviously proprietary. You know, it's pretty dependable, I hope, knock on wood. And so I don't know what happened to this company. If somebody does know, let me know. But you can see I added the 12 volt transformer. Yeah, I believe. Even though I found out that this is a 12 volt output on this little power supply. I actually added a separate one for the lights just to be safe because this thing is old. So, but this version has a really nice breakdown of the connections and everything, and this really nice sticker that was on the door. I wish every game did this. The colors of the wires, you know, the pins, the dip switch settings. The settings on the other one relied on a remote control from a TV, which has long since been lost. And, you know, it's almost impossible to set the volume on that one. So, but there's a little bit more damage on the front here. And because of most places don't like the sound this thing makes, we'll probably muffle this speaker so it's barely noticeable. And then we'll wrap over the front of that. And then probably put a speaker grill over it. We'll see how it goes. I haven't got that far. But I will not cut those holes out. We'll just put the wrap right over it. And if someone starts pushing it in, which they probably will, we'll put a speaker grill over that. But so this is what we've done so far. Let's go through a play motion with it, and we'll see what it does. You take your quarter, if I can find one. Now you have to remove these stickers. Put your quarter in, and a ball will come down.
It's no shame. This one's my game.
And if it works right, it'll go into there
Roller coaster anything.
and fall. See, it's not.
Okay.
See, there's already a ball in there stuck. So we're gonna let it go through its cycle. We'll come back. All right, we're gonna try this again now. This ball is too small. There's different sized balls. These are actually not gumballs. They're just like foosballs or something. A little small foosball or some plastic ball. And there's various sizes of them in there, and whoever had this before me just threw whatever in there, so I'm still going through and pulling them out. So now it goes to that. Let's see. It should knock it onto there, and then it would go down to this.
Make a basket. Push button. Make basket. Win game.
Let's try again.
Push the button. I like you.
It almost seems like this slide that's supposed to catch the ball is definitely taken from the older version, and on the other version, it's on the other side of the wheel. And I think that's a mistake that they made here. We're going to try to run another one here and see what we get.
Here we go. Thanks for the ride.
This is why it's important to have the gumball come through this tube, because it's just reliability is how it goes. Kind of bent on that wire. And it goes down.
Get me down. Get me down.
I think you have a chance to win something if you get the basket. There is a switch on it. So when you push this, that falls down. Oh, I won. Yeah.
Wow, you did it!
And then what it does is it goes back up and reloads the hopper. And this is just a gumball machine, essentially. Mechanism with a motor attached to it and an optics sensor, I believe. Yeah, there's an optics sensor in there. So that's how it works. So let's go down and take a look at what we're doing with the graphics. We'll take a look at that. And that'll pretty much do it for our first episode here. Other than scraping more stuff, I don't think you want to watch that. But so let's go take a look at what the graphics are going to look like. And All right, here's what the old graphics look like. As you can see, that's what we had to work with. You know, mid 90s, early 90s probably. Who knows? This thing could be older. So what we've done is I've basically masked the side of each side of the cabinet into Illustrator here, and you can see this is where the angle of the cabinet is, and the corporate location that's getting the game, we name it their game. So basically it would be, instead of Oscar's Wild Ride, it would be Pizza Ranch's Wild Ride, or you know, Taco Bell's Wild Ride or whatever. So we've added a bunch of gumballs down here. You know, just it's very simple and colorful. We're trying to basically keep Oscar sort of the original design, with Oscar being a simple ball with goofy eyes, you know, like the original here. And then he's just kind of going down this like slide thing. And as you can see, that's one that we have, and then we'll have, you know, a similar one. Ignore this. We're missing for the other side of the machine. You can see we have the angle here, you know, some more guides and stuff, and so that's that. The one that we're going to be doing actually is a different corporate sponsor, and the guides have been removed on this for printing, but and this graphic isn't where it should be yet, but excuse me, geez Louise. As you can see, you know, the machine will have, you know, same with the gumballs, it'll have our logo and stuff, and then so when it's all done, it'll look pretty nice. If you take a look at the other video that we have on YouTube, you can get an idea of what the finished product will look like. But we'll do the filming on this one as well. So that's all we're going to do for today. We're waiting for that to get printed, and I'm going to continue refining some of the stuff on the track itself that will hopefully help it be a little bit more reliable. At least with this version, if the thing gets stuck somewhere, it's like the customer doesn't get ripped off and they don't get quite as mad. The other one had to be fine-tuned a lot. Even after I worked on it here, and I worked on it, and I worked on it, and I brought it to the location, we still had problems. And we still continue to have problems with the gumballs. Gumballs are not perfectly round, and that's the problem with the other version. And they don't always roll correctly, or sometimes they break in half or pieces. You know, it's just a mess. So I'm hoping that this one will be a little bit better, and if the ball falls off during its little show, people won't get too mad, and I don't get a bunch of complaints. So there you go, guys. Thanks for watching. Like I said, like and subscribe, and if you'd like to see more of Oscar's Wild Ride, just let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.
Thank you for watching. If you like this video, be sure to like and subscribe. You can also support us on Patreon or TeePublic.